Well, according to the 2020 World Happiness Report, Americans are less happy than they ever have been, which isn't really a surprise with everything going on. But as we shed a light on the importance of happiness on World Happiness Day, let's check in right now with Dr. Dain Heer, author of Access Consciousness, Ways to Find Happiness Despite What's Going On Around You. Let's definitely figure out how we can do that. Doctor, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Great to be with you, Heather. And I wore my Superman colors just to let people know this is possible.
Fantastic. Well, first, let's just talk about why are we all so unhappy right now?
Well, look at the world right now. I mean, we have more stress, more trauma, more drama going on around us than we ever have at any point in our history. And it's occurring for the entire world. And there's this sense that people have no idea what the future is going to hold. And so here we are stressing out about it. But the difficulty is we're looking at the outside circumstances and going, well, that determines how happy I can be. But the thing is, unless we need to recognize that it's not the outside circumstances that determine happiness, it never has been. And we've had a lot of drama in the world before, but it's just amped up. But we have a different choice that we can make if we don't make our own happiness about what's going on with everybody else and outside of us.
So it sounds like you're saying that it really is something that's going to come from within. Is it simpler than we think? I hope it is.
You and me both. Actually, it is simpler than we think, but it actually has to start with the choice and the awareness that we can be happy even when nobody else is. Now, this can sound really tough for people because one of the ways that we show that we care is by empathizing with others in their suffering, as though, hey, I got your back, I'm suffering with you. But what I found, because 20 years ago, I was suffering with everybody else and I hated my life and I wanted to end it, actually. And what I did is I had a session of this access consciousness you spoke about. And what I came out of that with was, I'm going to make the choice to be happy, even though everybody around me is suffering, and I'm going to see what that creates. And what I saw that it did is it actually, as I got happier, it actually inspired other people to come out of their suffering too. So we've been looking at it as though it's caring to suffer along with others, but in actuality, you can be the inspiration for others to know something else is possible.
That's really uplifting. Let's talk about what are some of the other steps that we can take to be happier?
Well, first is gratitude. Gratitude is actually one of the primary elements of happiness. And gratitude also cancels out judgment, and it cancels out the stress that occurs when you tap into everything going on around us. As we all know, everything that's going on around us. I mean, if you just think for a moment about somebody that you're really grateful for, you know, so you get that sort of soft, warm, cuddly feeling. Well, that actually is the beginning of getting to happiness, or at least one of the steps, I should say. So if you'll write down every day at least 3 things you're grateful for, and maybe 3 things that went well that day. You know, you can be grateful for the fact that your little toes work and your ankles work. You know, that ankles, toes, that thing where you go up your body and you're like, this works, I'm so grateful. I used to do that when I didn't have anything else that I could think of doing. And by the end of it, I was like, wow, okay, it starts to change the energy, if you will. It starts to create more lightness. And what we need is more lightness right now. And we have the choice. We just have to make the choice.
All right, Doctor, we're out of time, unfortunately, but thank you so much. People can find out more from your book, Access Consciousness. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks, Heather. Happy day.